All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of the Three Dudes Podcast, episode 52. I'm Broden Wonderlick. Seated next to me is Liam Owens, and seated next to him is Easton Bennett. How are we, fellas?
Not seated is Nathan Couture.
Yeah.
No producer this episode. We're doing good. Broden, how are you?
I've had a fantastic last few days.
Boy.
Fair week. That'll get to you.
I have, probably smoked a personal record amount of cigarettes this last weekend.
That is.
I'm right there, man. I am.
But you're inebriated, so they don't count.
Exactly. I'm the Siggy swindler, dude.
Siggy swindler.
Yeah.
You find somebody with a pack of cigarettes somewhere, and I could get at least 2 or 3 off of that person. At least one.
You could bum a couple off of them for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He did multiple times.
Sick
Yeah.
bum?
Oh, yeah. You
I like
You want to know the secret?
Yeah, sure. I'll never use it, but I would like to know it.
Maybe there could be a day.
Yeah.
So I go off to the edge by the chain link fence where people smoke cigarettes.
Where the cigarettes lie.
Yeah. Where the
Where the
smell's
red
coming
fern
from.
grows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where my nose takes me.
Yep.
And
Like, what's a dog that's really
Bloodhound.
good?
bloodhound,
Like
yeah.
blood. Ash hound.
Siggy hound, ash hound, there it is. And I see some guy smoking a cigarette, standing next to his girlfriend, wife, or whatever. And I walk over there and I look at him and I go, I put a hand on the shoulder, first of all. You got to
The guy or the
establish
girl?
a stab of the guy.
Okay.
And I establish a little bit of physical touch first, make it feel comfortable.
Yep.
Or extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not sure which one it
I
is.
was
So
going to say, that could go both ways.
exactly. And it works both ways in my favor, because either he gets so uncomfortable, he goes, here, take these and get away from me. Or he's very comfortable and he goes, I like this guy. I'm going to give him some.
He gives you a touch back.
Yeah. And he puts his hand on my shoulder.
Yeah.
So I grab him
Shoulder.
and I look at him and I go, you might be the most handsome guy in this entire concert right now.
Wow.
Yeah. And he just blushes. He goes, come on. And I go, you think I could have a couple cigarettes?
Just right into it.
away. Yeah. Waste no time. Well, I'm on a mission here.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to.
You got to go to the next
I'm not
handsome
looking
guy
to
at the
talk.
concert.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say, I just told that guy he was handsome. I lied.
You're
You
handsomer than the last
yeah.
guy that told me no.
And that's all it takes.
And what's your success rate on that? Pretty good?
100%.
No. 1 for 1.
100%. No, I'm like 3 or 4 or 4. Somewhere in
3 or
there.
3 for 3 or 4 or 4 for 4.
Not sure which
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Do you try it on women ever?
Yeah,
Sugar
that worked
guy
too.
thing.
Yep. No, I did
Do you call him handsome?
No.
Do you touch him on the shoulder?
No, I don't do that. That'd be a little much.
Yeah,
I
a little
think.
jarring for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that actually 20 minutes prior to finding that guy, I found 2 women. They're hacking darts.
Yep.
And
Hard to call them beautiful.
not bad looking.
Okay.
They're in their 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
They're
You ever just think about like pulling it straight out of their mouth? Just not asking? Just give me that dart.
Yeah, actually,
That would be
this
fun.
is mine now.
Just a drive-by snag.
Yeah.
Of a cigarette.
That would be wild, actually.
You smoke the other side of it while it's in her mouth still?
Yeah. Like kiss and smoke the cigarette at the same time? Is that what you're saying?
You don't have to kiss. It's almost like a bridge.
You're talking like,
Kinda like
you're
that,
talking like a Lady in the Tramp kind of deal there.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the isthmus. What Broden knows what it is. What's the isthmus pass?
The isthmus? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the
but
little strip of land.
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
talking about like the
border?
the
Isthmus
land
Strait.
bridge up in Russia and Alaska.
There's something with isthmus in it.
But the land bridge is the
I think you just wanted to say
bearing.
that.
Yep. Isthmus. An isthmus
it's
is
I
a
feel like
narrow
you're trying to
piece
say
of land
Christmas.
connecting 2 larger areas across an expanse of water. Okay. It's
So-
a fun word to say. Try it.
Isthmus.
Yep. Don't you feel like
you can only say it that way?
don't you feel like you got out of a room, people trapped you in when you
Yeah.
say it like that? Yeah. Isthmus.
I want to hear Mike Tyson say that.
He probably kills it. He's probably
he
invented
gets
the word.
stuck
He invented the
right there and then just
It was an isthmus.
have to reboot
Until he
like a
got a hold of it.
computer.
Yeah, it shorts him out a little bit.
Yeah.
He just thinks about trying to say the word.
That's awesome. The isthmus.
Yeah.
Put your mother in a straight jacket. Have you seen that video of Mike Tyson?
Oh yeah, where he goes berserk.
Yeah. Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. It's awesome. He's yelling at a guy in the crowd. Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Today's topic is national parks.
Before we get into the topic, we got some comments on the last episode.
All right, go
Oh.
ahead, rip them.
Please.
And,
Is this the karaoke one?
Yeah, karaoke. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 11 comments.
Oh, we said if we did 10, we'd do it.
All taken up by the same person.
Oh, Jesus.
So Shayna Dizelle says, I'll be waiting for the karaoke episode. She comments, man, I feel like a woman. Take me home, country roads. Crocodile Rock. Hips don't lie. Smooth criminal. Big Iron. Rattling Bog. Highwaymen.
Rattling Bog.
Since You've Been Gone, and Wannabe. So
We have to find a karaoke machine.
we are the karaoke machines.
I don't
We
know
just
any word.
We sing into these.
Yeah, but
we just
I
got to
need
get an
know
iPad that sits on a stand right
There
here
we
for
go.
them.
Dude, I'm going to lose my shit doing Rattling Bog.
I'm going to have a seizure trying to catch up.
That is such a good song.
So yeah, Shayna took it into her own hands to make sure this
That was
episode.
an executive move.
Was that it? Was that the only comments
Those
we
were
got?
the 11. 10 songs, and I can't wait to see the karaoke episode was the 11th comment.
Great? Thanks, Shayna.
So yeah.
I was like, actually, wow.
I was
10 people
I know.
commented.
I was like, wow, we're blowing up
I
again.
don't want to do it anymore now.
Yeah, that's
People
kinda-
don't care about
Kind
us.
of dead to me.
we have one carer.
Thanks, Shayna.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shayna.
So if we could get other people to chime in on that, 10 songs only puts us at 50 minutes max. I don't know how long this karaoke episode would be, but
It'd probably be like a 2-hour episode, I bet.
we'll take another.
In between.
We'll take a few more comments on either this week's episode or last week's if
And
you
it-
want to add. Now that the karaoke episode is happening.
Right. It'd have to be
It
like a
is happening?
Saturday episode or something. Because I'm going to need some booze in me for this to
Saturday
happen.
night.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
We'll do a Saturday morning episode after.
Just get shit house
Just
at 8 a.m.
blitzed. Get tanked. I'd be
Uh,
down for that. Let's go to a brunch or something.
A little
Have
bottomless
subtle
mimosas.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cheeky.
Bonjour.
Wouldn't be horrible.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be horrible.
I think that'd be fun.
Well, thanks, Shayna. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing it
No
now.
thanks to the rest of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they're really smart and they're like, we don't want to hear these fellas sing.
That's probably why.
But
It
you
could
got
be-
bailed out. She's like the government, and the other fans are like the corporate entities.
This
companies.
could be how we sign a deal with Spotify, though.
That's true. Imagine 3 dudes goes
Three
Spotify
dude drunk-
exclusive.
Yeah. 3 dudes drunk
We'd
karaoke.
We'd lose 75% of our demographic probably. We're
Yeah.
only on Spotify. They'd be like, I don't care that much to listen.
That's all right.
All right, let's get into national parks.
The United States has 63 national parks. Parks.
Parks.
I sound like Sean Connery.
There's that many? 63. Huh?
Yeah, 63. Which are congressionally designated protected areas operated by the National Park Service.
We should get 6 more.
Yeah. Or 7 more and then blow one up. They're designated for their natural beauty, unique geological features, diverse ecosystems, and recreational opportunities, typically because some of outstanding scenic feature or natural phenomena.
Big hills.
Lots of mountains, snow-capped Twin Peaks.
Ooh.
It's kind of like water and hills. That's really what they revolve around, right?
Yeah. Trees,
Trees.
Trees, a lot of trees.
A lot of woods.
rocks.
Rocks, too.
Yeah. You can't hunt and you can't take anything from these places.
Anything?
Have you ever
No.
taken anything from a place?
Have I?
Yeah.
Me too.
I
The gas
stole,
station at Senex.
yesterday.
He's like, no national parks, but many other shops.
Many a gas station.
Yeah. Mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
You just hit
People
them
just
quick.
trying to stay afloat. Yeah.
I want to kick them while they're down, you know?
Oh yeah.
I like to go after the serfs.
The easy stores.
Exactly.
Yeah. Low hanging fruit, they call them.
Guess which national park was the first one? Really famous park.
Yellowstone.
Glacier.
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Ah, that's
They named a show after it, man. Said in the opening
1872.
credits. Named
It's
after
not-
the first national park. Fuck, I
They
can't.
named the national park
Uh,
after Yellowstone, the show.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, they
actually.
changed
Yeah.
it.
But
Yeah. It used to be Blue Rock.
1872, signed in by Ulysses S. Grant.
I like that name.
And then the next one was Mackinac National Park.
Mackinac?
Mackinac.
Mackinac. Mackinac
Mackinac.
National.
Who
That
was
was
in
in
charge of naming that?
Alex Mack.
Had to be. Yeah.
30 states have national parks, as do the territories of the American Samoa and the U.S. Virgin Islands. The state with the most national parks.
California.
California.
Yep.
Yeah.
9 of them. Alaska has 8, Utah with
Jeez.
5, and Colorado with 4.
Colorado's got 4, huh? I wouldn't expected that.
This is a
New
tough
word, yeah. I just know it's going to be a hard one.
It's the isthmus. It's messed up all of our vocabularies for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's butchered at this point. I didn't realize Colorado had 4, though.
You wouldn't think, but then when you do think...
Wouldn't you think about the 4?
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's more.
They got a lot of stuff going on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got all the things we listed earlier. They got them. The rocks, rivers, ponds,
Trees, mountains,
trails. I think
animals,
trails are a big part of them.
Animals too, maybe might be in there. It is in there. I'll tell you about it in a second. The largest one is Wrangell St. Elias in Alaska at over 8 million acres.
Hey, what is happening here?
Acres.
It's a ship park.
Oh,
It's a
I hate this already.
it's a water
Ship
park.
Yeah.
Which is large.
largest ship you've ever seen.
so many
It's
acres.
larger than each of the 9 smallest states in the U.S.
Can you imagine how many anchors that would
Entire
be?
national park,
Yeah, one national park is larger than,
like combined,
I think so.
or just the 3
Alaska's
smallest
huge,
states?
so
But that,
so the 9 smallest states
they said
are
3.
smaller than this park in Alaska.
The 9 smallest states, though, that's you can jam the whole East
Rhode
Coast
I- yeah.
into like Williston, North Dakota.
Yeah, I
How
was
small
gonna
they
say
are.
like New England and all them guys over
Yeah.
there that take up like this much of the map.
Yeah,
The state of New England.
Rhode Island, which is like you could run across.
Hey, you know what I got on that quiz?
Yeah. Hey, that wasn't in the last episode, by the way.
It wasn't.
No,
Yeah,
because
good.
Nathan stopped the audio recording, so then the syncing was a nightmare, and I just said whatever.
Damn, we have to
Scratch
do it again later.
Yeah.
And
Liam didn't do good.
I didn't. Yeah, spoiler
I
alert.
did just barely above him, and Broden did much better than
Yeah.
both of us.
Broden is
That's
smart.
smart.
Broden's the
smart boy.
Alaska. We're the small states combining into Broden.
Yeah. Oh boy, would I love to combine into Broden with you.
We'll talk about that on the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a lot of talking.
Vocals.
The smallest.
Smallest.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
like hearing that.
I
Right
do.
in my ear hole. The smallest park is Gateway Arch National Park in Missouri at only 192 acres.
So that arch where the big arch is?
No,
That's a
that's
park.
That's in Utah.
Seattle,
That's in
Definitely not
St.
Seattle.
Louis.
St. Louis, yeah.
which
But-
is almost in Seattle.
Yeah.
There's a
Stone's
actual
throw.
Big
If you have a hose.
Yeah. If you're the godchild of Aroldis Chapman, then we'll say
Randy
Tim
Johnson.
I was going to say Tim Lincecum, but
There you go.
Yeah.
Surprised you know him.
yeah, he was in a commercial I saw.
Oh yeah,
I know
you're
him.
right.
Was it Head and Shoulders?
It had to be.
He's got some nice, luscious locks on.
Used to.
Well, I'll just
Where? So it's not the one in St. Louis?
no Gateway Arch National. That honestly, that might be. I didn't see a picture of it, but it might literally be the
The grounds on which the arch is at.
yeah, because it
Nathan?
is huge. Thanks, Nathan.
What is it called? Gateway
Arch National Park.
Gateway Arch National Park is it's at the St. Louis Arch.
The big,
Gateway Arch, and there's the St. Louis Arch. There's double.
is one of them like a non-man-made thing?
I don't think either of them are non-man-made. I think both have been made by man.
Okay, that kind of blows.
Well, how would a not? Yeah.
I would, I'm just saying, if I go to a national park, I don't want to look at buildings. I want to look
Yeah.
at something that happened because of nature.
Can you
Mhm.
imagine that this picture was not man-made? You showed
Weird.
up one day to St. Louis and you're like,
There.
who made that?
The first
Not a man.
Cowboys show up to St. Louis.
Yeah.
What?
It's the giant metal arch.
Yeah.
If that would have been there in 1700, it would have been God. People would have worshipped that thing.
100%.
Yeah.
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 There would be food and other perishables at
At the foot.
at the base of that arc.
And leprechauns.
Probably.
Pot of gold.
Oh,
Pot of greed.
pot of greed.
So Yellowstone National Park, which is situated in Wyoming and Montana and maybe some other states, but has a network of geothermal aerials in area. God, dude,
You mean areolas?
I can't talk.
It's all right.
Including
Aircrafts.
boiling mud pots, vividly
Mud
colored.
pots?
Yeah, that's what it says. Just reading the copy and paste, man.
Mud
Mud
pots.
pots, huh?
Vividly colored hot springs such as Grand Prismatic Spring and regularly erupting geysers. Which the best known one is
Old Geezer's Geyser.
Is that actually what it's called?
Oh no!
I
Wait,
was-
hang on.
I was sold on
Hang on. It's Old Faithful.
I
Old Geezer's Geyser. I don't know why.
I was sold on Old Geezer's Geyser.
I don't know.
it sounds so much better than Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. It's the Old Geezer's Geyser.
Petition to
We gotta
change that.
change
Hey,
name.
you want to go to Old Geezer Geyser? Geezer's Geyser? I don't know.
Kiss me under Old Geezer's Geyser. They're gonna put it on mugs.
It's like those T-shirts where it's like, I got my corn popped at.
You
You know what I mean?
Old
that you see on
Geezer's
Twitter
Geyser.
or whatever. But
Old Geezer's Geyser. There's
I love
probably
that.
one out there that's called that.
I'd hope so. It's
Man,
got such a nice ring to it. It has all the makings.
it's right there, man. I gotta see if this is true.
Old
All right, you
Geezer's
looked it up.
Geyser.
The Badlands.
Hey, we know that place.
Yeah, it's in South
there.
Dakota and a little bit of here in our home state.
North Dakota.
A collection of buttes, pinnacles, spires, and mixed grass prairies within the drainage basin of the White River in southwestern South Dakota.
Such a boring place.
They contain the largest known assemblage of old mammal fossils from like one of the dinosaur eras.
Really?
Yeah.
Woolly mammoth stuff?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Who does?
The Badlands.
Yeah, I knew that.
A lot of dinosaurs, a lot of woolly mammoths, cows. If
You can
they were
do
that thing.
You mixed cows in with those two? Dinosaurs and woolly mammoths, and you go with cows too.
Yeah. I don't know, lizards.
Yeah.
That's a little better.
Giant animals that are extinct too. Cows.
Cows.
We got cows now. Yeah.
I don't know. Cows probably been around for a while.
I don't think you can find fossils of cows, I guess, but they're still around. I thought fossils were things that like
Ancient.
gone. Yeah.
Long,
So if I
long underground.
if I walk into my farmer's pasture and I pick up a cow bone, I'm like,
It's a fossil.
check out this fossil.
You could maybe sell it.
No, it has to be dead for a long time, I think.
Oh,
be
to
a
fossilize.
Yeah. And then Theodore Roosevelt National Park consists of 3 units in the northern Badlands, as well as Theodore Roosevelt, the president, his old cabin that he lived at. There are a bunch of scenic drives, backcountry hiking opportunities, and the wildlife includes bison, pronghorn sheep, bighorn sheep, and wild horses.
I have a funny story about Theodore National Park. We went there on a family trip a few years ago, and we saw some guy walking up, and we are going to go walking on one of those trails. We saw some probably 12, 13, 14-year-old kid walking up covered in mud. You're like, whew, sucked to be that guy, right? Must have slipped in the mud on one of those trails. And we start walking and everything, and my younger sister ends up slipping, falling in the mud all over. Looked exactly like the kid.
Covered.
We come
Nice.
back up to the top of the hill. We're like, whew, would have sucked to been that guy, huh? And she was not having it. She was crying. She was upset.
Aw.
Yeah. But slid right down the hill like back of a turtle shell. It was awesome.
I love that. Smoky Mountain National Park, which are in the Appalachian Mountains in Tennessee. Hiking is the main park's attraction with over 800 miles of trails, including 70 miles of the Appalachian Trail.
I heard the Appalachian Mountains are messed up at night.
Skinwalkers, stuff like that. I
Skinwalkers.
got a couple stories of that stuff
Do
in
you?
here. Yeah.
I like to.
Wait,
think
in there?
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
personally
I've never
experienced.
seen one.
That's what I was wondering next.
He's like in here, pulls out a journal,
Yeah.
his own journal. Do
Dude.
hikers have journals? I feel like they should.
They should. Yeah.
Like, what do they call them?
Field notes.
Yeah.
What was it, like a manifesto type deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that old movie of that guy that he went to go live out in the wild and he kept a journal of like every day of his life. They ended up dying.
Are you talking about like Revenant with Leo DiCaprio?
No, this
No?
was a true story.
Finding
Oh.
Nemo. He was underwater.
Not even close.
Close. Same story though.
About
No.
Didn't have the journal.
was it like
Say,
Davy
that's what
Crockett?
This is what this entire thing revolved around.
Yeah.
Like some Davy Crockett type stuff?
Oh, dude.
Castaway.
No. 1 second. No, pull it
Oh
up
man.
here. Man in Wild.
Bear Grylls pops up,
Yeah,
starts drinking his own piss on Liam's screen.
Man versus Wild. That was a good show. I remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah.
I just saw this video of, it was like an ad. I don't know if it was for like an actual movie that was coming out or like somebody like Easton made like a quick like short story, but it was like, it was a skinwalker. This guy was like looking through his binoculars or like his hunting scope. And it was just like this random dude out in this field, like screaming for help.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that.
And then he just like turns and just starts like running on all fours at the dude. And it just ended the video. I was like, oh, that's
really creepy.
That's really creepy.
What do you do? I'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah, I got a couple things in here, but the top 10 national parks to visit, according to U.S. News and Travel, is Glacier National Park in Montana, the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Yosemite, Zion National Park, Grand Teton,
What'd
also
you
in
call that?
Zion,
No,
Yosemite.
Shut up. No. You can't be
Yosemite?
real.
How do you say it?
Yosemite.
Oh yeah,
Yosemite.
You're right.
Yosemite some money.
Yosemite, whatever.
Are you serious? You can't be. serious.
I've
I think,
always
yeah.
pronounced it like I've never heard
Yosemite.
anybody say it.
Maybe that's
You've
an
never
Easton.
heard anyone say
Well,
Yosemite.
maybe I probably have, but I just hear it differently. I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry.
I've never heard you say Yosemite.
Maybe I just said it wrong. I don't know. I didn't.
No, we know
catch
you
it.
said it
Yeah.
wrong.
I'm saying like I didn't catch it. I don't
Maybe I
know.
said it wrong. Yeah, maybe it's a West Coast thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Born here.
Felt it
Grand
was West,
Teton.
but no, it's not.
It was hang on one sec. It was Into the Wild. His name was Chris McCandles. It's
Chris McCandles.
yeah, Chris McCandles.
He was at Mackinac
Or
National
maybe
Park.
it might be Chris McCandless because it's McCandless. McCandless.
McCandless, yeah. McCandless sounds way better.
McCandless.
Chris McCandles.
That old geezer's geyser.
No, I think he was out. Yeah, he was in Alaska. He was in Alaska, went out on his own, found some berries. It was right in his journal. And I think the last thing in his journal was like beautiful blueberries, or like he finally found this food and they were poison berries and he died.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was it.
Nice.
What's that one book where the guy plane crashes and he's got a hatchet?
A lot of them.
We read it in like 5th grade. Maybe it's called Hatchet.
I'm not sure. Not ringing a bell for me.
Kind of same thing. Guy's plane crashes.
Yeah.
He's in the woods and just got to run around with a hatchet. I think a bear comes at him. Good for a 5th grader. I wouldn't read it again, but
I wouldn't read any books I've ever read again.
I tried to read Bud Not Buddy like 4 or 5 times. Post
What was it?
high school. Bud Not Buddy.
I'm not
about a
trying to
little-
read new books either. So
Yeah, it's about a little black kid in Flint, Michigan. He gets a Ticonderoga pencil shoved so far up his nose, it was to the letter N. It's the only part I remember of the book.
That's up there.
Yeah.
based on
Try
a
to
true
spell
story.
it Ticonderoga. Up to the end. I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
Would be cool if it was, though.
Did you ever read the book Uglies? You remember that series?
Mm-mm.
There's a
No.
book. There's like a series. It was like Uglies, Pretties, and then it was like a different thing, and it's all based off this like future society where there's ugly people that are basically like just us, like normal people, and then the other
Thanks.
half is I put myself in there,
Yeah.
but then the other side is the Pretties where they have like monstrous amounts of plastic surgery and become like super wealthy and pretty people, and they
Yeah.
live in this like super advanced society. It's like things fly.
Things fly.
It's a cool book.
Birds.
Yeah.
Birds are everywhere.
Tons of birds.
Was it a good book?
Yeah, I think I read it twice.
I really like Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events.
Mm.
I ripped through those.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
What was there? 12 of those probably when we were kids. I don't know if any
Yeah.
more came out, but
12. Let's just say 12.
Yeah.
We ain't got on Nathan.
yeah. Thanks, Nathan, for being here tonight. Grand Teton, Olympic Arches in Utah, Bryce Canyon, which is the one with like all like the weird pillars of rock. Maybe,
Bryce.
yeah, Bryce Canyon. I think it's in
Sounds
maybe,
like some selfish guy just named it after him. You know,
yeah.
Bryce Canyon.
This is I've just found this canyon.
It's
I'm gonna
Bryce.
name it after myself.
Most people go last name, but he's just, no.
Yeah, Bryce.
Bryce.
It's like when you spray paint or something. Like Bryce was here. She just covered it all over this canyon.
Yeah, when like you're pooping and you got a Sharpie in the stall.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah. That's all I got. He looked at me like I had more, and I'm like, no, just Bryce was here.
I was thinking about, when you said that, I was thinking about the kid who got in trouble in at the auditorium in the portables. He got in trouble for writing on the wall, but with poop.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
The poop smear.
listen to this, dude. Listen to this. Today. Deadass. Today, Monday morning. I go into the shitter, porta potty at work, and I'm standing outside. Some guy just walks out, and I go in there. I was gonna take a shit, and I look in.
Was or wasn't?
I was.
Yeah.
And I look, and there's no toilet paper, and I look inside the porta potty, and there is the last little bit of toilet paper and one sock.
No.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Guy ran out of toilet paper and took his sock off to finish wiping his ass, and then obviously had to leave it in there. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. That was
Even better if his shirt,
incredible.
if his shirt was in there and he
He
walked out
came
the
out
porta potty
butt
with no
naked.
shirt on.
Yeah, came out with just half a pant leg on, and he goes, "We're out of toilet paper."
He just has shorts on now. His jeans are shorts.
Jordan him.
It's hot in there, man.
I couldn't believe it.
I've always heard stories, but never experienced it.
Yep, that was a first for me too.
It's always a joke. Make sure you have an extra sock.
So it's not. But
Yeah.
Yeah. What a position to be in. According to the data from 2017, relating to activities, there were 3,453 reported search and rescue missions and 182 deaths across all national parks.
Dude.
More than 600,000 people go missing in the United States every year, and around 90% of all these, around 90% of these people going missing in national parks are recovered both dead or alive. So that leaves 10% that they have no idea what the hell happened to them. And then between 20...
They're in the caves. Garth Brooks put them there. Have you heard all that? So Tom Segura on his podcast was talking about how Garth Brooks is killing people on his show tours because all of the missing people reports end up, like, if you track Garth Brooks' tour, like where he's at city-wise, people go missing in every city whenever he's there.
Serious.
Yeah. So his joke, he's always like, show us the bodies, Garth.
Where are they?
Tell us where the bodies are at. Yeah.
Behind them, Garth.
That would be one of the greatest things ever if Garth Brooks was just a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Have you seen the overlay map of missing people cases compared to national caves?
Yeah.
The
all the
cave systems.
Yeah.
and-
They're like exactly the same.
yeah. It's like the same map.
People, I mean, like a cave system, you're saying.
Yeah.
Like people are getting lost, like
Or being taken in there,
Yeah.
which I think is more fun to think
Right.
about.
mole people. You think
Yeah.
there's like another
All the
Species.
advanced civilization that leaves beneath because the Earth's hollow,
mm-hmm.
space is fake,
and it's flat.
Earth's
Sky's
flat.
not blue.
Yeah.
Gravity.
Water's not real.
Gravity does not exist.
Yeah.
I saw a
Moon's
thing
a
about,
hologram.
saw a thing about gravity the other day
I sent it to you. If that's
Did
the
you-
same thing.
where the comments were literally like, the guy literally just explained gravity.
Yeah.
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 And he's like, a thing that's less dense doesn't fall. It goes up.
Yeah.
And then the comments are like, this guy's literally explaining gravity to debunk gravity.
That's how it works, dude.
Yeah.
People have been disappearing inside U.S. national parks at an alarming rate, with at least 10 of those disappearing with no trace, never to be seen again since 2016. One disappearance with no easy explanation is Charles Lyon, who has not been seen in over 2 years. The 49-year-old from Texas was last seen at a Best Western motel. God, what a way to start that
There's
out.
another way to go missing.
Yeah. In Arizona on June 10th. His car was found at the Grand Canyon South Rim the next day, and police believed he was alone.
Yeah, people just walk in
You
there.
think he got abducted by aliens, maybe, or like eaten by Bigfoot?
I think the Skinwalkers is a cool premise.
Kind of freaky.
Yeah, that's why it's cool.
Not a lot of things like freak me out, but things that are human-like but not human
They look close to a
freak
human.
me
Yeah.
out.
Right. I want to go, like, there's a lot of people who have stories about, like, that live in, like, the Appalachian Mountains. Like,
Yeah.
they do not go outside after dark, and they do not
Yeah.
let their kids go outside because
It's
shit's out there.
Yeah. They
You
fully
think there
believe.
actually is?
I don't know, man. I
Don't
want to
say it.
like, I want to believe it because it'd be like so wild for that stuff to actually be true. But then it's like there could be a lot of other explanations for this kind of shit
Yeah.
that goes on, you know?
Yeah. It's just a lot of people just wanting to go missing.
Maybe.
It's not as fun though, you know? Can't
Like-
gossip about that.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you weren't telling me about that show, but that show Silo on Apple TV, my buddy was just telling me about.
Oh, yeah. Nick was talking about it.
People go missing in grain silos.
No, they believe that like the outside world is like the air is contaminated and bad for you.
It's like post-apocalyptic type show.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so these people live in a silo. It's like 100 stories deep. It goes all the way down into the ground, and every level is like a family. And then if you say that, like, I want to go outside, then they say, okay, go. And there's no coming back. They take them, they get them outside of the silo, and then when the people walk out of the silo, it's like lush, beautiful earth.
Oh, I feel like I've seen
Like,
this on TikTok
like
before.
incredible. But on the TV inside the silo,
It shows
it shows them like strangling. Yeah, like them like suffocating from the air outside.
Yeah.
But it's not what's going on. So
And doesn't someone try to get out there so they can explain to people that it's...
I have no idea. I
thought I saw
haven't
something
watched
where
it.
like the plot is like, not going to spoil it, but like the end goal, they're trying to make the other people see it.
Yeah.
Because obviously if people just walk out there, enjoy their life, they think they die, that's not much of a show.
Yeah. There must be more.
Yeah. It's got to be some...
Got to overthrow the system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
What is this?
Yeah.
A bell curve?
Bell curve?
No, but the
It's
actual
the-
name for it.
A bell curve.
No, it's a
For shows and movies.
plot.
Is that just it?
I mean, there's the rising action.
Yeah.
The climax.
Climax.
Yeah. Solution or
falling
something like
action.
that.
And then resolution.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if there's a name for it or not.
I thought there was a more specific name, but it could just be a plot line.
Who knows? Harder to explain is the disappearance of 22-year-old Morgan Heimer. In June 2015, he was guiding a tour group through the area of the Colorado River near Pumpkin Springs when he vanished. He was helping clients to jump off a low cliff into water. In the minutes before he was last seen around 4 p.m., the last client had completed the activity, and Heimer and the lead guide had switched to positions. And the lead guide said he turned around to talk to one of the clients for a bit, and he turned back around and the guy was gone. He thought he was taking a break and wandered off and never showed up for dinner like 2 hours later. And that was the last time anybody saw him.
Disappearances are weird to think about.
I did that.
I did that.
Friday night.
Oh my gosh, he did.
I did that Friday night, dude. I was blacked out at the concert, and
Touching shoulders.
I was I was not. People were touching my shoulders, trying to keep me from falling down. And I was standing there next to Dylan, and I've just got my head down, and I'm just like, Carol. And he goes, what? And I go, Carolyn. And he goes, you want me to find her? I go, uh-huh. He goes, all right, don't move. Like, I'm going to walk like 10 feet this way and look into the crowd and see if I can see her. And I go, okay.
You go, I'm definitely going to move.
He walked away and he turned around and it was just my sunglasses on the ground. Dude, for no reason at all. Just my sunglasses laying on the ground. And like, he was gone for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
And he turned around and I vanished.
I like
because
to-
he looked in both directions and couldn't see me walking away anywhere.
I like to think that the second he turned around, you quickly sobered up, set your sunglasses on the ground, and sprinted.
Huffed it out of there. No, I definitely didn't. I don't know what happened, but then he calls me the next day and he goes, hey, I got a present for you. And he drove over and brought me my sunglasses and told me that story.
Where did you go? Did you ever know?
Couldn't tell you.
He doesn't remember.
I don't
He's
remember.
barely
nothing.
alive.
Yeah.
It's fair. That happened.
Fighting for my life.
That's
It was so funny. Dude,
I gotta
just
find her.
vanished.
Turns around, you're like,
You got abducted by aliens and the tractor beam forgot your sunglasses.
Yep.
God, disappearances.
Lake Mead, Grand Canyon, Yosemite, and Rocky Mountain National Parks are the most likely that you'll disappear in.
Why?
That's just where the most disappearances happen.
So it's not that I'm most likely to disappear there. It's just where people disappear.
Yeah,
Liam,
but if the most people disappear in these national parks, therefore everyone is most likely to disappear in these national parks.
you're most likely to disappear in the next park you're going to go to, would be my guess.
I'm most likely to disappear outside this house, 10 feet away from us. I could disappear from here right
Yeah.
now. Look at that.
Sunglasses are in the chair.
Yeah.
You got to edit him out of the video.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually disappeared.
He's gone.
No editing. Unbeknownst to many, the U.S. National Park System is a hotbed of paranormal activity, ranging from ghost stories to urban myths and legends to weird otherworldly occurrences. Some of the most famous national parks are home to spine-chilling tales that are sure to keep you awake. Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky has 400 miles of subterranean passageways and a bizarre history.
400 miles
That's like from here to Fargo.
I know why.
underground.
Yeah.
I know why. People go missing now.
Because, 400
400
miles. You would
miles.
never find. If you went from like here to Fargo and you said, there's a guy there, you got to find him.
Go find that guy.
I would say he's gone.
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
I'd say, is the guy cool? Do I want to find this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Garth Brooks. He's luring you.
Garth Brooks is telling me that. Hey, me and you, let's go find that guy.
Oh, he's going with you.
Yeah, me and Garth.
Yeah.
And then he's
For a
just
while
leading
until-
you down the garden path.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In 1839, a spot in the cave, one of the caves was turned into a tuberculosis sanatorium. It was unventilated and it was damp, so it wasn't ideal. And the 5 of the patients in care there died. They were laid out on a slab of stone called Corpse Rock. Visitors of this section of Mammoth Cave often hear phantom coughs echoing within the cavern.
Can you imagine if we just jammed everyone with COVID into a cave?
Probably would have ended a lot sooner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it would have.
We could have fit them all. I mean, there's 400 miles of it.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people can fit in 400 miles of cave. Have you guys ever been in a cave before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like down in a cave?
Like
Like
not
gotta take an elevator 13 stories down into a cave?
maybe like
Not that deep.
less than a mile, I think.
I've
Way
been-
less
I've
than
been
a
in
mile.
like, I'm trying to think.
130 feet.
I've been in a hole in the ground, but I don't know if I'd go as far to say it was a cave.
What was the hole in the ground you were in?
It was a cenote.
To bring it full circle.
Yeah.
Liam was like, I was just in a body of water. They dug that hole.
No, well, it was an underground, like you took stairs down and it was like water, like
Oh.
underground. So it was,
So
it,
not
it was
like
like, it
anything
was
over
like
your
a
head.
cave.
Caves that are flooded, basically.
Yeah.
And when they open up on the surface, you can swim in them.
That's cool.
And there's
So, yeah. Have you ever been in any dry caves?
No, I don't think so.
You've been in one, bro?
It's hard to
I
get
can't
into
remember
those.
where it was.
It's actually not.
You must be at a full sprint.
Yeah. It's like Harry Potter's wall.
You
Oh, to get on the train?
You just go.
No, I was in a cave one time in South Dakota. Like there's like crystals and stuff hanging from the ceiling.
Maybe that's where I was.
It's sketchy. I don't like it very much.
Just freaks you out a little.
They fall.
Yeah, well, you just
Do they
think.
fall?
No. But
They
you
might.
just think like you're walking through caves and there's like wooden bridges and paths you got to go through. I felt a little bit like Indiana Jones, but you go through the cave and you always have that feeling in the back of your mind of there's so much ground above me, like
What if it falls?
130 feet of ground.
This could
Oh,
just
I
collapse.
see what you
You know what I
mean.
mean? It's like we
Yeah.
could be trapped down
It
here.
could just fall.
I know I have a park ranger and he's got his green sweatsuit on.
It would get me
Can
out
he
of here.
really? Yeah, his big wide brimmed hat will catch all the stuff that falls.
Hang on,
Just
I'm a
gotta
park
get,
ranger.
we just got to get under it.
Ground starts falling.
Yeah.
He just puts his hand up.
Yeah, Ranger Rick.
Park ranger.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wonder if that'd be
In-
a fun job. I feel like some park rangers are cool.
Oh yeah.
it's like a game warden or a park ranger. I think
Or like
it'd be
a park
pretty
ranger,
sweet.
like I think like the high end park rangers, like they're almost like badass, like cops.
Did you hear that now like the park rangers have their own SWAT team?
What are they swatting?
Because there's
Bugs.
there's so much acreage. And there's so many acres.
Anchorage.
There's so many acres in national parks that like the cartel is growing weed in them.
Really?
And so it's like a giant SWAT DEA task force that is like dedicated that like works for the national parks just to go find these places. And
I think if there's one movement we could get behind to start arming every park ranger.
I think they
I
have
mean,
bear
maybe
spray at
national.
least?
Yeah, like
Bear
if-
spray.
At least bear spray.
Yeah.
God,
Silly bands.
taser.
Silly bands? Is that what you said?
Shooting rubber band hornets.
Oh, the hornets? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I missed those.
Those will
Imagine
definitely
it.
be a deterrent.
Imagine attacking the cartel with rubber band paper bullets.
Yeah. But then
How unaffected that would be.
cartel would turn around and just be an onslaught.
Yeah. They would just hit you.
Or shoot you
Yeah.
with real guns.
You ain't even worth a bullet, I don't think, at that point.
No, they'd probably laugh at you and
Yeah.
take a piss on you after they beat the hell
Demoralize
out of
you because your socks are way higher than your boots.
If someone came at me with a rubber band and a paper hornet, I don't know what I would do.
They'd have to get you in the eyeball to really get you or something.
Actually, I do know what I would do. I'd do the same thing I did all through middle school, and I would go, "Don't, dude, don't. Just stop." Every time.
That's about like how
High
I was
knees in place.
when you had that old airsoft gun and you would, every time we'd go over to your house, you'd point it at people's noses, like so close. And we'd be like, Liam, come on, come on.
Please don't.
There's nowhere to go either. You're just in like a room.
Yep.
Or did you do it outside?
No,
Nope,
we were
in my
just in
house.
a trapped basement,
Yeah.
like a cave.
Yeah.
Like a cave.
I was Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
I'd probably put sunglasses on. Be my first thing.
No.
Weren't really on hand, I guess.
Yeah.
Cartel always have sunglasses.
True. In Yosemite, got it
There
right
we
that
go.
time.
1 to
There's
3.
the legend of Pohono, an evil wind spirit that traps victims in the water and is said to lurk in Bridal Veil Falls, a park attraction that coincidentally is prone to accidents and deaths. And in Yosemite as well,
What
there's
do
the
they call it?
ghost,
Wind god?
evil wind spirit.
Hmm.
Pohono.
Oh no.
P-O-H-O-N-O. Pohono.
I wonder if he's related to Apollo Ono.
Or Pooh Bear.
What? Pooh Bear?
I don't know.
Pretty similar.
Winnie the Pooh. The ghost of Grouse Lake was first reported in 1857 by a park ranger who heard distress calls near the lake, which he believed to be a dog, and the local indigenous people warned him not to go towards the sound as it was a spirit of a drowned boy who lures people into the lake to also drown them. Just really love drowning. And
I'm terrified of drowning.
Wouldn't be fun.
No, I think I'd rather drown than be lit on fire.
It's about the same.
No, I think I'm the other way. I'd rather be lit on fire.
no, you don't.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say this thing I say usually sparks a reaction, and it didn't. So I said I must have said it backwards. I'd rather be lit on fire.
That's
I don't think you
insane.
would.
Oh yeah,
Didn't you ever watch Talladega Nights?
yeah.
Yeah, that looked painful.
You know,
I
it's
think I'd rather
actually
do
real.
that though.
What?
Like that wasn't like an actual, like when he was on fire and there was no flames. That's like a real thing.
Oh yeah, there's
In NASCAR, like
fluid.
it's the gas. Yeah. It
Burns clear.
It's invisible. Yeah. Burns clear.
Oh, invisible fire. Yeah.
What a weapon.
That was the most like nonchalant, just like trying to like chirp into the conversation.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
I know
the
that.
invisible fire. Yeah.
I've seen that. I know what you're talking about. What were you saying, Ron?
What?
Said something right before that.
I think being on fire would be way worse than
Well,
drowning.
for people that have drowned and then got saved, they say that it felt like their lungs were on fire because they were
I thought you were-
breathing in the water.
I thought you were gonna say they went and lit themselves on fire to do the comparison.
Yeah.
Now they've experienced one.
Yeah. I wonder what all the hype's about.
Yeah, that would suck. I feel like you're not really drowning though if you live.
No, you can drown and
You sure
live.
can, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You can die by drowning, but you can also drown and then somebody does CPR to you and you get all of the water out of your lungs. And then after a few days of,
I feel like there should be a different word for that. Like
Yeah.
when you drown but live.
It's like
You drown.
when people say like electrocution, like electrocuted.
Yeah.
Like that means you're dead. Like you would die from electrocution. So that's why like
Oh,
when people like say they get electrocuted, they weren't. They got shocked.
really? So if I stick a fork in an outlet right
They're
now,
like-
I didn't get electrocuted.
It would shock
you
you.
died.
But if you died, it would be death by electrocution.
I didn't know that.
So they're actually like two different meanings.
There should be something for that with
Is what
water.
you were saying, like getting shocked and being electrocuted.
Yeah. Electrocuted means you're dead.
There should be two different,
Gotcha.
What do you mean?
like for water, drowning,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
like,
Not too much water in the lungs.
yeah, overly thirsty.
Yeah. Because when you say you drowned, people would presume that you died.
Yeah.
Maybe you were drowning, but when you drown is when you actually die.
That I could get behind that. That sounds.
But
much
drowning
better.
is like, I'm currently doing this
Yeah, they were.
right now.
They were drowning.
I was drowning and then I was saved.
Yeah, was drowning. Didn't quite get to the drowned.
I didn't drown.
Yeah, it was not
Okay.
entirely past tense.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm on board with that. Good job, Broden.
Thanks. There's a ghost of Camp 6, also in Yosemite, where a man who hanged himself can be seen hanging from the rafters in the middle of the night.
He
Although-
pauses at Yosemite now. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm really
just think
trying.
about it.
I'm really trying. I've done too much
Hey,
mess ups.
you're good though.
Too
You're
many.
good.
Although the camp has since been turned into a parking lot, believers have claimed his spirit can be seen in the hours between 11 and 3 a.m.
No thanks.
Anything in between 3 a.m. to probably 5 a.m. is never good because 5 a.m. you guys start waking up, which is fine. That's when life starts to go on, I think.
Yeah.
But like 3 a.m. to 5, what are people doing?
Nothing good.
It's called like the witching hour, isn't it? Like 3 to 4 a.m. or something like that, where witches are being witches.
I thought that's like what you do when you shit at midnight.
What?
The witching hour.
Yeah,
Witching?
maybe not.
There's a lot of witching hours.
Broden's witching hour is 6 a.m.
Bright and early.
Yeah.
How about Bigfoot? You guys
About
like Bigfoot?
Fake.
I think it's fake, but I want it to be real so bad.
Yeah. Just a big hairy dude.
I don't know what to think. I'm on the fence about him. But he's a hairy, big ape creature that roams a wilderness, most notably in the northwest part of the United States, and usually smells like shit, according to this. And
So if people got to smell him.
Did we do something else with Bigfoot in it? Have
Did
we
we?
talked about Bigfoot before?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Well, but more than 5,500 sightings across the United States of all time. And the state with the most is Washington with 700 of those.
There's too many settings for it not to be real, you know? Like, are we going to just discount the Patterson footage?
There's like people who, the first ever footage of Bigfoot from like 1940 or something like that.
Yeah. The dude in the gorilla suit.
Yeah, they think it's a dude in a gorilla suit, but
I don't know.
then
That's
there's people who are
convincing.
like, he looks way too real and
He's walking way too much like a guy I know named Frank.
like a big tall guy with a little bit of a belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me to find some video on YouTube after this.
Oh man.
Of the Patterson footage or something similar?
Nah, dude, it's something like it's really funny. It's weird. it's big
It's weird
related.
shit. I can't.
I can't talk about it. It's funny though.
King shame.
What about the big old Yellowstone volcano? You guys ready to die from that
Is
thing
it
when it blows
dormant?
up?
That's
It's a dormant volcano, yeah. Like a super volcano, like the biggest one in the world.
It's going to go off.
At any time. it
People
could.
say it's due because it hasn't erupted in like 100 and some thousand. Where is it?
It's kind of what I think about gambling. That volcano's in the
I'm
same
due.
premise.
So it's supposed to erupt
I'm the volcano.
every like 25,000 years, and the last time it did was 70,000 years ago. So people are like, it's going to kill us any second now.
How would people ever think it's supposed to erupt every 70,000 years?
That's
How do
what
you even calculate?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is it even a thing?
How
How
would
do
you
you know it
strata?
erupted?
Strata.
You just gonna
Rocks.
You could throw a word that means rock out at us and then not give us any
strata is
explanation.
the layers of rock. So that's how people determine things. So if you have this tree,
How old's your son?
look at that rock over there.
strata. That's what
Think about it.
What kind of tomato is this? 4.
Look at that. Okay, so when you chop a tree down and you see the rings in the tree, it tells you how old it is. So when you look at a section of like rock, like a giant mountainside, and you see that they're different colors, it's from different things that have happened throughout those thousands and thousands and
I
thousands of
believe
years.
that, but I don't think looking at the sides of the rock tell me when the rock's going to erupt.
If
and
you
blow up.
have, if case, well, that's why they made this presumption is that they have this volcanic layer from the eruption, and then they stacked 70,000 years of rock on top of it, and then the next one they have a volcanic layer, and then they stacked another 70,000. So,
But they'd really have to go down far to at least 2 volcanic layers, you know? Because
At
you can't
least.
just say, well, the last one was 70,000 years ago. We still might be 80,000 years off, you know?
Right.
Could be.
You got to have some sort of study here.
Yeah.
A Venn
I think-
diagram.
I think someone did.
Someone better have if they're putting this
What if
online.
they're all
They're
just
sketching
lying,
us.
though?
Yeah.
What if
What if it's 2012 all over again? The world is going to
Dude,
end. Mayan
Scientists
calendar.
have no repercussions for being wrong.
Nope.
Ever.
Not at
100%,
all.
like Weatherman?
Yeah.
Just a bunch of idiot
Speaking of
scientists.
weather, did you know when the weather says 30% chance of rain?
It means it's going to rain, but it's only going to get to 30%
Of the
that
area.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I did a flip when I learned that.
Color me surprised.
Because
Yeah.
you were in the 70% area?
Yeah. I was like, oh boy, 70% chance it's going to rain today. And then I found out what it actually meant. And I go, I'm going to be only 30% dry today.
I'm going to be
Darn.
dry. That's crazy. Yeah,
The more
that's
you
just
know.
some fun facts I found.
So it's considered a super volcano because it can discharge more than 240 cubic miles of material. Which I don't know how much 240 cubic miles is in perspective.
How long is that, Liam?
But that's a lot of.
A lot.
That's a lot.
240 cubic miles.
Saw a thing that was measuring in kilometers the other day.
Yeah.
It was like running speeds. Like so-and-so was running at this many kilometers, and all the comments were like, what is a kilometer?
Nobody knows.
Like just America
I
with
don't
like
know.
American flags and like an eagle. What is
Yeah.
a kilometer? It's like, I don't know how fast you're running 46 kilometers an hour is.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Just say you don't know either, Broden, because we know you know, but we don't want.
Please don't shame us.
I'm not exactly sure, but
There we go.
it's
That's the
got to
answer.
be.
There we
yeah,
go.
of course.
What else you got for us, Broden? We're at about 8:45. This has got to be a
Yeah.
short episode.
No, that's about it. Unless there's anything else that you guys wanted to elaborate on, but
No. Park rangers.
well, we learned that they can hold caves.
Yep.
Always have the big hat. What show am I thinking of? There's like an animated show that was about.
Huckleberry?
Yes, there you go. That show
Oh.
was hilarious.
That's a good
I was
show.
thinking of Total Drama Island.
Close.
It's in
That
the
was
same
also a
realm.
good show.
Just a kids show, not a.
Total Drama Island is definitely not a kid's show.
It's got to be. It was on Cartoon Network. I never watched it, but
Yeah, there was some other
Watched
shit.
it again.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was on Cartoon Network too, Broden.
total kids show.
Traumatized me.
Trauma. Thank you.
Yeah.
Adult show. Might as well have just shown tits in it too.
Whoa. Not that much.
Not that much tits, or
Not that many.
not.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Just one. Maybe one.
Yeah,
falls
not
out.
both at once.
On Courage.
Yeah.
The dog. Yeah.
Just
I
a
was
couple
thinking-
tits on him.
I thought when we were talking about this, like skinwalkers and stuff like that, is that we should all chip in and buy the most expensive pair of night vision goggles that we can get and just go sit out.
I was thinking.
I don't want to sit out.
I was
Yeah,
listening.
we should go get right next to the skinwalkers.
I'm here for that. We'll just pack silver bullets or whatever you need to kill them, or like werewolves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like this app that people use that like puts them on. It's called like Randonautica or something like that, and it just drops random coordinates for you to go find. And there's apparently like crazy shit that happens at these coordinates, and people see some whacked out shit.
Bro, I don't
Let's
believe
go.
you could do that after your run-in with Sandhaven Insane Asylum. I don't think
14.
I was 14.
And now-
everything's
much more
changed
courage
now.
back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a pussy. A lot less pussy here now,
Yeah.
literally.
Everybody,
But,
thanks for listening.
Yeah, that's about it for episode 52. Thank you guys for tuning in on
Hope you
52 of these.
enjoyed the short episode. We'll be back next week for another one. Thank you for the comments. Leave your karaoke comment songs here.
Boom. Buy our merch and check out Caldera Labs.
Peace out.